talking for over a month regarding all the common flaws, the negative attributes we have in everyone has in themselves. So, my friend, let me tell you, you must be you getting even scared and tired of listening only the negative attributes. But let me tell you, there is nothing to get scared at all. Because I found and I realized that all the interpersonal relationships, we have one thing in common. So, not to get scared, the solution is also not so difficult. All our flaws, what I have talked about so far, they actually and they revolves around two factors: information and emotion. So today I will take a breath. I will allow you to take a breath, and let's see how there are far too many positive things. And these two factors, and talk about these two factors, information and emotion, where everything, all our negative things, all our attributes, they actually connected to it and they revolve around them only. You see, all these days when you hear all this prime time news or all these journalists or any journalist, if you have any interaction with any author, any writer, all of them they suffer from something called information compulsion. They always look on to give comments on or almost anything and everything. They're always looking for somewhere they can interview somebody or they themselves get interviewed. They are looking for the occasion when they can share the information with the knowledge they have, wisdom they have got on any issue, on every day, every hour, hourly basis. Now, my friend, this information compulsion is such a desire, such an attitude or trait which people have. It means the people have the overwhelming desire to tell you something that you don't know, even though it may not be in their best interest, but they have a compulsion to share and tell. We like to dazzle our friends with information, what we have it, and love to gossip around. That's the reason you see, you notice that far too many people, they'll tell us in excessive details about their health or their family matters or their love lives. They go on and on. And all these things actually have no effect on anyone's life. Now, whatever these flaws I have spoken so far, my friends, most of them they are rooted in information and emotions, as I said. When we add a value or pass judgment or make destructive comments or annoyance that we already knew that, or explain why that won't work, we are compulsively sharing information, my friend. We are telling people something they don't know. We are convinced that we are making people smarter or inspiring them to do better, when we are most likely to achieve the opposite effect. Let me tell you, nobody likes to listen such things at all. They will get bored and tired and maybe ultimately started avoiding you. Likewise, when we fail to give recognition or claim credit we don't deserve, or refuse to apologize or don't express our gratitude, we are withholding information. Now, sharing or withholding, they are the two sides of the same tarnished coins. The other habits are rooted in a different kind of compulsion, one that's centered on emotion. When we get angry or play favorites or punish the messenger, we are succumbing to emotions and displaying it for all the world to see. My dear friends, information and emotions, we either share them or withhold them. They are nothing wrong with that. The world would be more dangerous and less interesting place if we didn't understand how to either share information or how to even withhold it. It's good to share information that helps people. Likewise, it's good to withhold information when it harms people. Simple principle. That's why many secrets should be kept to yourself. And the similar thing, the same goes for emotions. Worth sharing sometimes, other times not worth at all. At the risk of complicating this with too much information, I would add another dimension here. When dealing with information or emotion, we have to consider if what we are sharing is appropriate. Very important. My friend, appropriate information is anything that unequivocally helps the other person. But it veers into inappropriate when we go too far or risk hurting even someone. Discussing a rival group or rival institution, rival company or person's good fortune can be a positive if it gets your people working your people's working harder, but it's usually inappropriate information when it soils others people's reputation. Instruction is usually it should be given to direction to the house and telling you every wrong turn. Simple, you ask somebody a way to a house and he gives you instruction giving every detail: turn right, turn left, turn straight, these many meters straight, then right, is absolutely inappropriate. At some point you may forget everything, you'll get confused. The best way, appropriate, is what? Somebody house, just give a small direction and ask them to ask the next this thing. That's appropriate information. The same with emotions, my friend. Love is often an inappropriate. Love is an appropriate emotion, I feel. Anger is not appropriate. But even saying I love you can be inappropriate if we employ it too often or at awkward moments. And conversely, anger can be a useful tool if we praise it out in a small doses at opportune moments. Remember, my friend, when sharing information or emotion, we have to ask in the appropriate and how much should I convey. That's very important to remember. I have somehow realized that these are the broad generalization involving delicate subject matter, but they will give some context to understand these challenges. We are not lancing deep-rooted psychological rumors here. I'm simply asking blunt question about basic behavior. Is it appropriate? Ask yourself. And how much should I convey? Ask yourself. If you can do a lot, my friend, you can do a lot worse than pause and pose these questions as guidelines for anything you do or say as you follow the instructions of your inner self. Now, I think here on we have discussed enough of the negative attributes. Let's talk something about positive things also, which can bring change in ourselves, and they determine how these values matter and how how to change your annoying behavior so that you are not only better for it, but also so that your colleagues, your friends, your relatives, they can notice the change. We shall move here on and talk on things to make us a better person. Thank you very much.